All right, Sunset Rewind coming at you from Edison High School, 2024 version of the Battle at the Beach. We are joined by Julius Gillick.
Glad to be back on the show.
The Sultan of Seattle. Recently committed to the University of Montana. Congratulations. Yes. Go Grizz.
Yes, sir.
So, Julius, lots of people like to wait until signing day. Some people declare early. What was the process in terms of why you decided to announce it as early as you did?
You know, it's a little bit of like an under-the-radar prospects. You know, I'm not like the Jeremiah Smith where I have 10 billion offers, you know, and I can go wherever. And I was thinking, you know, sitting down, I was watching the national championship, the FCS national championship last year when they sadly lost to South Dakota. But I mean, hey, they're a damn good school that got all the way there. And you know, I had built a really personal relationship with the running back coach over the last 6 months, 7 months, something like that. And I went on just an unofficial visit, and it was just beautiful. You know, the entirety of just Missoula, Montana. It's the scenery, the mountains, all that. I mean, I'm not really even an outdoors guy, but it was just it was pretty breathtaking. You know, to see that kind of small town.
That's God's country up there,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely. Yeah, most definitely.
You and I were talking earlier before one of your games, and we were saying like, hey, that kind of frees you up. You got no stress, no pressure. You have no worries about what you're doing next year. You can just go out there and have fun and play at a high level for the Chargers this year.
Sir.
Well, kind of like what Kevin's talking about. You still have a high school career to finish up, right?
One more year, man.
So what have you been working on in the offseason? I know everybody runs and lifts. Was there a part of your game that you wanted to prove going into this year?
Yeah, just kind of, I go over my film quite a bit, you know, to just kind of critique it. And I feel like more of, when you define me as a running back, it's more just a dude that can break a tackle, but in a more of a strength way. And I'm trying to get a little bit more elusive, juke a couple guys out this year. That wasn't on my tape too much, but
you look like you're ready to play tackle already. There's a play in that first game where you went towards the sideline and the guy kind of came up on you, and it's like we were all saying, like, oh man, if they had pads on right now, that guy's in the bleachers.
Yeah, there was a second where I was just like kind of forgot we didn't have him. Yeah, I thought about it.
Hey, so what's the one play when they call in the huddle? You're like, yep, that's my go-to play. If they could run one play every game, which would it be?
It's the one that we won on over there against Corona. They call it railroad. It's just like, gosh, it's not like any route I think you guys would understand, but it's just me to the pylon, and I'm the only read. And they just have Jacob Martin run a little slant, knock the dude out, and Save just delivers it every single time.
And the ball's there, and you're
I love it. Yeah, I mean, well, if we're talking about passing league, but right. 21 dives got to be my favorite.
Well, let's talk about passing league. You guys don't duck anybody. Last year, you're hosting the tournament. You scheduled St. John Bosco, who were the defending national champs at the time. You beat them. This year, your first game is against Corona Centennial, who's a ringer. You beat them. You guys definitely do pretty well when it comes to passing league. So
I mean, we know who we got. You know, we got Jacob Martin, 3-star. We got Save Niamata, who's a dog. You know, everybody on this team is just. They're built for it, you know? They're built for anything.
Who's the guy when you line up against at practice, like, oh, man, that's the guy? Who's the one guy on your team that you have a lot of respect for just because of their skill set? Yeah.
Our defense can't guard me.
There's got to be one guy, though, when you're like, when you're doing the lines and you're looking here, you're going up and down.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of our linebackers really stepped up, you know, guys like Matt Lopez, you know, from last year who, you know, had a pretty big role, but, you know, they were kind of overshadowed by, like, Hoy Hansen. And, and I mean, Jack's been out for a while. Jack Newton's been out with his.
He will be back though, right?
He'll be back by the season. He's been recovering real fast. I think Jacob was talking about that on your hot ones. But yeah, I'd say Matt Lopez, Jeremiah Ross, all our backers are really solid. You know, I don't think we really have any holes on defense this year at all.
So 2-0 today so far. What are your biggest takeaways about Battle of the Beach so far today? What do you notice that the Chargers are doing well?
Just everything, honestly. It's just we just connect really well. You know, I mean, I know I'm new here, and I mean, some of the other front runners, you know, like Jacob Martin, Save, are kind of transferred in, but the whole rest of this team, other than maybe 4 or 5 guys, have been preschool, elementary, middle school, into high school, and that chemistry, it's like intoxicating. You know,
how
you just come into the room
to a team.
I mean, it's what makes us. You know, I mean, when you look at the Edison Chargers, you don't really see like Alabama prospects. You know, you see a bunch of 5'10", 5'11" white dudes from Surf City, but just because they got that little fire in their belly, you know, that's what our Coach Troy Thomas from Surf, he loves to talk about. We just got that. We just have something here, and it's been since kindergarten that these guys have just been with each other, and just that's really what makes us.
So you were telling me, go ahead, you were interested in the Hot Ones Challenge too?
Yeah, I was waiting for you guys. I was waiting for you guys to text me. I wanted to get on that, man.
Jacob, how that went for them yesterday at practice. I heard it. You know, it's. Just so you know, be careful what you ask for. But you can come in the studio anytime. We'll do some hot ones with you, and you let us know how it works out.
No, yeah, they had a little tough time at practice, you know, something like the runs, I heard. But can I say that on here? Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. Should we edit that? Let's just stick with it. So, you know, one of the things coming this year's team is you got not one but two outstanding quarterbacks. Is that going to be kind of a thing by committee? Is that been settled?
No, Save's our guy this year. Sam is doing great. You know, he stepped up a lot last year when Save was hurt. But, I mean, what we're doing is we're building up for when we're gone. We're trying to leave a legacy here at Edison they've had for forever, and that's kind of the big thing here is, you know, senior leadership and building these guys up. So Sam's getting reps in practice. Sure. You know, he's doing his thing. But when season comes, there's no question who's our guy. It's Save.
So let me ask you this. Let's give a shout out to a teacher. If you could have one teacher on game day wear your jersey, who are you giving it to and why?
I had this math teacher last year, Lauren Spiegel. I didn't do a single thing in her class, but she was a huge football lady, you know, and I love her to death. You know, every single day I'd come in like 15 minutes early, and we just talk about the game, man. And
now, be honest, are you kind of a prom child in class? Like, do you do your work? Are you
I do my work, but I don't talk to nobody. I have headphones in the whole time. I'm sitting there because, I mean, I'm not from here. It's not my environment, you know. So I love the football. The football team, amazing. The school, everything. I mean,
it's different. From Seattle, right?
Yeah,
have you been back to your old neck of the woods recently?
Yeah. I was there 2 Saturdays ago for a funeral, which was probably not the most fun thing to do. Yeah, one of my real good friends from my old school.
We didn't end the interview on a downer, but
sorry about that.
That's life, man.
Yeah, well, hey, Julius, always good to catch up with you. You want to come in the studio? Just let us know.
Got y'all on Twitter. I'll be sure to reach out.
Obviously, you know, good luck the rest of today.
Yes,
enjoy this beautiful weather, this great day, and
absolutely.
Good luck this season. We'll catch up with you soon.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it.
Man. Good luck this year.
Yes, sir.